Hello, my name's Tim, and I'd like to offer a word of encouragement during these most difficult times. There's a reason that camping is not high on my list. When I was 8, a friend and I, we convinced our parents to let us camp out in the backyard. We'd gone to the edge of the woods and we picked out a luscious green spot that had great ground cover, and we set our tents up, we built a fire, and that night we roasted hot dogs, we had s'mores, and we roasted marshmallows. And it was a great evening, and we wore ourselves out chasing fireflies deep into the night. But the next morning we realized that that luscious green spot where we had placed our tent was poison ivy, and that was the extent of my camping. Until I was 15, when that same friend invited me to go camping again with him in East Alabama. We found a nice place near the top of a mountain, and we put our tents up and began to drive our stakes into the ground. But we continued to break the plastic stakes we have, and we couldn't understand why until we looked a little deeper under the lush ground cover and realized that it was granite we were trying to drive our stakes into. And he looked at me, shook his head, and he said, "Sometimes we have to set up camp elsewhere." And I got to thinking about this statement that my friend said in light of all that's going on in the world. I have to admit that sometimes when I read the accounts and I watch TV, my heart is drawn to scary. My heart is drawn to those things that are uncertain. My heart is drawn to things that just bring worry to my life. There's so many what ifs. The world offers us so many places to set up camp. But what I have found for me and my family is there's no better place to be than in the presence of Jesus. Now, what that looks like is different for different people. Some of us go to the Word of God. Others spend time in prayer. There's times that I love to turn up the radio and listen to the singing on a Christian radio station. But it also means reaching out to our neighbors. It also means writing letters to people that maybe we haven't spoken to in a long time. Sometimes it even means going to great lengths to help those around us that may not have the same resources that we have. So in this day and time when there's a lot of uncertainty, we can spend our time pounding into the granite of fear and anxiety, or we can choose to set up camp elsewhere. So my encouragement to you is this: if you don't know Jesus, seek him out. If you do know Jesus, trust in him, because Jesus is bigger than any coronavirus, any sickness, any disease, or any poison ivy.